ahead, and the other thing that I noticed is that, for example, with the chatbot, people are either lazy or they're unresponsive or they don't know what they're doing. So I got a lot of traffic coming in from these queries and stuff, and I can see like what people are clicking on the query and stuff, but no one was actually engaging with the chatbot, or the engagement rate was like 1 in 10. So for every 10 clicks I got to the page, only one individual would actually engage with David, right? So obviously, if the equation pans out where I make obviously more money than it costs me for those 10 clicks, yeah, fantastic, right? And these types of queries are very, very low cost because they're top of the funnel, right? Top of the funnel is like, I can't get into my house, what should I do? Versus bottom of the funnel, which is like emergency locksmith near me, right? Those are the most expensive, right? But at the top of the funnel, basically the query would be, you would be paying like almost dirt cheap for the queries that are at the top of the funnel. So we're basically trying to convert the people at the very top of the funnel that are coming in from like the, stuff that people typically wouldn't buy as far as Google Ads is concerned. Anyways, people came into the site and they didn't engage with the bot, right? They came in, they bounced fairly quickly. So I was basically trying to figure out, okay, well, how do I clean up the issue with people not engaging, right? So I decided, okay, well, let the AI also generate like these buttons that the person can click on, right? So I got locked out of my home. Boom. That's all I have to do. They just go on their phone and they click on it, right? And I can actually show you guys what it looks like on a mobile device as well. So anyways, this is what the person, because I'm only targeting like mobile traffic, this is what they ultimately end up landing on, right? So free consultation with David, and then just because the page name is just called chat_HVAC, then that's what they essentially land on. And then David starts to think. Now, I'm not sure why David is taking forever to think. He's probably assessing whether I'm a bot or not, but we'll go ahead and give him a query. So CQ equals hot in my house. So we're essentially going to push a query into David right from the URL, right? So hot in my house. I can certainly help you with that. And at this point, he starts thinking, right? He starts going to the chat GPT or whatever, and comes back with a reply. I'm sorry to hear you're dealing with heat. Is your AC unit still running, or has it shut off completely, right? So at this point, I got a lot of people dropping off, right? Whether it was a performance based, maybe like the reply from the chat GPT is just too slow, right? I have to improve that, or the load times of the page are too slow. So I have to basically, continue optimizing this. This is still obviously in development, but the idea here is that to give as little friction as possible for the individual to actually engage with the bot. So let's go ahead. So our AC won't turn on, right? So Alex, I'll actually show you the backend stats. So I actually do have people that did call in, but I'll show that in a moment. Won't turn on. That's not fun at all, especially when the house is heating up. Have you had a chance to check your thermostat batteries or the circuit breaker yet? No. And from what I've seen, like most people, they just reply with these 1 or 2 word replies, but then there's the occasional individual who actually replies with like full sentences, like, this is my car, or it's this type of AC unit, or this or that, or like bed bug bites or stuff like that. So no worries. What's your zip code? So I can see what kind of definitions we have closest to you, right? So I'll do 90210, which is Beverly Hills. But basically, David knows every zip code. He knows every location in the US because it is, it's AI basically. We have a technician available right now in the 90210 area who can head straight to your house. Since you're stuck in the heat, it's best to give someone a call right now. Can you give us a call at this number so we can go ahead and schedule some service, right? And then boom, the person calls, right? But then let's say, I've seen some of these conversations where it's like, I called, but no one answered, right? So David will actually continue the conversation, and his purpose is like, no matter what, just like keep getting the phone calls. It's actually really funny. I'm sorry to hear about that. We definitely want to get your AC back on. Please try calling one more time, as our dispatchers are working hard to route a technician to your door. Are you in a safe, cool place? Well, yes, I will try calling again, but still no answer. Right. So you can just keep telling it, like, look, it's not working. And David will keep just saying, like, keep calling in. Right. Eventually, obviously, I'll program it in where, if there's no way to get to reach anybody, then I'll just say, like, okay, just give us your number and then we'll have somebody call you back. Right. And you can push that into like a CRM, like a customer relations management platform, and then actually sell that lead to whoever, or, do your own outbound dialing. So is there anything else that I can help you with while you're trying to get through? No, not at all.